So now we're officially back.
Oh, we're back. Here we go. Let's start. This is my big moment.
Yeah.
You know, they got Eminem. They got Eminem on Letterman and all the big shows, and Kanye, and they got me here, right? And
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
they got me and Rock Marcy on at the same exact time on different stages when we're the
Talk
same
about
genre.
that. All right, so talk about what's going down tonight.
Well, I shouldn't have said Rock because take away from my. No, I'm going. There's a rap battle and I'm headlining tonight at 12:30. I think the rap battle starts at 10, and we're in Atlanta. And we're going to do good tonight. I'm going to probably be the best act of the whole fucking thing. I will. My stage show is crazy.
Yeah. Like, the flows are crazy.
Not just the flows, the stage shows. I come from that era where fuck just making a record. You need to obliterate the stage.
What are you listening for that you come up with that pattern, the flow? Like, something just speak to you and you're like...
Yeah, the rhythm, the rhythm of a track. I think flow is an important part of emceeing. Some of my people before me, like I learned from guys like Grand Poobah and the G-Raps where they know how to like land perfectly on the track and do, chop the beat with their vocals.
Yeah.
And so when I listen to a beat, sometimes the groove is a certain way. You go, oh, I could write this, different kind of flow to this beat and different kind of flow to that beat and kind of slow it up here, to speed it up there. So, groove, rhythm and groove, that's what you listen to when you're working your flow over.
So those were like the early influences of like that type of pattern, like the Poobahs.
Poobah, I try to be like Poobah with the flow. Nah, you know what? Mo D is one of the greatest of all time. I mean, lyrically, he started all those flows that you're talking about. Yeah, but the thing is, say when I was around 11, 12, 13, Mo D was still from the old school. He was rapping in the 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only rapper that was in the 70s that lasted into the 90s.
Yeah.
So Mo D, when I was learning to perfect my flow, Mo D was already kind of a little old school style. So I was going to the kind of the newer style, like Poobah had that, and even like a Heavy D flow. Like those were kind of the new bounce on the track type of flows. And Chub Rock, like Kids in the Cribs want this from the big
really
man.
Studied
Come out. Like all of that bouncy shit. I like those bouncy flows that come from a little later era than Mo D. But I worship Mo D, one of the greatest ever. But I'm saying, as far as flow wise, I studied, the late 80s guys flow-wise, mid-80s guys flow-wise,
Interesting. See, that's something I didn't like.
Even though the guys that I studied learned from OD.
Yeah.
Right, definitely, yeah.
So add their own to it.
So in some way or another,
the ones that studied
my fast flows definitely come from OD, even though it wasn't me studying the early Mo D tapes that made my flow. Like G-Rap, all of them guys that did it, all was a Mo D.
I think even Sir Menelik, I don't know if you remember him. He
I
kind
remember.
of had something like that going.
Menelik was on Rawkus, and he was a friend of mine. Yeah, I know Sir Menelik. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the Rawkus thing.
Why? You're such a Rawkus groupie. I'm trying to eat my breakfast. He's like, Rawkus, fucking Rawkus. Jesus Christ, Rupert Murdoch's label.
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding. Now, Rawkus, they was just like any other label. See, the thing I didn't like, I like Jared and Brian, but they were political, like the labels are.
Yeah.
What they do is they pretend like this is the real hip-hop label, and we don't act like we're for the indie artists, but then they act like a record label. And they censored the records, they changed the records, they didn't let artists put the records out the way they liked because they had to be perfect for the Rawkus structure. So it was a regular record label.
Yeah.
But they had the disguise of, we're hip-hop, most def. But then G-Rap puts it in there, we don't like what G-Rap's doing, so
they try
we
to
got to
get like
change
Snoop
it.
on this record, yeah.
Exactly. So people, like, what Rawkus was a pretend to be an indie label with a whole bunch of corporate funding behind it, Rupert Murdoch money, and then everybody fell for it. Oh, that's the real hip hop because it's the indie shit. Yeah, it was fake, like every
They
label.
lost their vision.
There was no difference. Did they ever have a vision? Did labels really ever have a vision except for make money? I mean, I guess Jared and them went into it like, we love hip hop, and then all of a sudden, little money come in, and we love hip hop equals G-Rap. You're not good enough.
Yeah.
So shout out to Brian and Jared. I like them as people, but they're still a bullshit ass fucking record label.
It might be why they're not around, but that's another story.
They're all bullshit ass fucking record label. The label I'm on, Devin's a nice guy, but they all play their stupid corporate fucking games, even if they're little. They as much as I love Slug and Sadiq and Rhyme Sayers, they're still a record label.
What made you want to go with Nature Sounds?
Well, because Nature Sounds, you split the profits up. I get a good percentage, and I get to hand in whatever record I want, and I own my masters after, you know, they license it for a certain amount of years, then I own my masters and 100% creative freedom. So it's not like it's not like that major label deal or an indie label deal where you have to sign for 6 albums and then they'll promote you. You know, it's a nice deal because Devin at Nature Sounds gets to make money, and I get to eat and get my music out there, and it's an easy situation, you know.
Yeah, you've definitely put out some really good records on Nature Sounds. I gotta say, like this last one with the Tech 9 feature, that's a crazy video. Man.
Have you heard the whole album?
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Yeah. Name a song that's not a video.
Let's see, the one with Quali.
That's a video. So name one is not a video. You ain't even listen to the album. God damn. Listen to the album. Trust me, you'll think it's better than good record. You'll think it's a great record. Yeah.
So now tell me, what would be the perfect label?
I'll call you bluff though. You listen. Yeah, the one we call it video.
What would be the perfect situation for R.A. Rugged Man as far as?
It's almost perfect right now.
Right.
You know, you get to make the music you want. You tour the world. You get 100% creative freedom. The fans get to hear it. They got access to it. Maybe a little bit more perfect of a situation is if I had like a rock in my corner, like I was saying to my man, like Travi up at Strange Music is handles all of Tech Nine's business. Yeah. So his accounting is right, his merchandise is right, everything's right. That's one thing that's lacking from my shit. I don't have, my business is a little fucked up. Okay, yeah. So like if I had somebody to come and clean up my fucking mess, that would be the perfect situation. But it's 80% perfect. Okay. If I
so
wasn't such a slob.
you'd be able to focus on being an artist and it being
a little bit more. Yeah, because it's me booking tours, you know, producing the videos, directing the videos, you know, booking, you know, every aspect of the game comes on me. And so sometimes you're overwhelmed and you're trying to, okay, I got to be the greatest lyricist. All right, time to write, and then you know you're doing a million. You know, it's like so maybe if I had a cat with a real strong business sense in my corner. Just cleaning up my mess would be perfect. Then life would be perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, life is never perfect, but as perfect as life could be.
Yeah. I mean, it's the journey to try to make it perfect. That's what makes life. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah. You got philosophy.
It's perfect though. Shit, what could be wrong? You know, I'm healthy. My dick works. I can see. I can walk and talk and run and make music and nothing really bad in life. You know?
Yeah. Bang Boogie. It's on my phone.
Oh, there you go. There's no video for that one. Hey, here you go. All right, yeah.
Let's be known.
I was just kidding.
Now, tell me, okay, because
plug one,
right?
Plug two.
Believe me,
plug one.
If I could be, I wouldn't be here. You had a major deal. You know what I'm saying? Then you went to Rawkus.
A couple, no. After the major deal, then I went to Priority Records.
Yeah. Oh no, but as far as I meant, like you had major deals, like you were within
Jive,
the major. Yeah.
I had 9 deals: Bidden War, Def Jam, Priority, Warner Brothers, Mercury, Tommy Boy, every label.
Yeah.
And then I ended up signing to Jive. Yeah. You know, they were owned by apartheid, you know, South Africans. You know, that's the label I signed to. Jive, you know, KRS-One, Tribe, they was South Africans, the white ones. You know, I think they... No, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't support apartheid. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit.
But now, like, with Nature Sounds, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they have, like, a huge backing behind them. It's more... Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Nature Sound don't got no backing. They got Devin Horowitz. You know, it's a good Jewish name, but they don't have that Jewish money, you know?
So now,
Nature Sound is doing what they do.
Exactly.
They're doing nice. They're working hard for me, but it's a small situation.
Yeah, to me, that's like an independent label.
Yeah, they just put out Havoc's indie album. They put out Styles P and Scram Jones album. They put out Jay Dilla record. They put out some Doom stuff. Oh, my boy, Heaven Razor, of course. Definitely. You know, so they got a catalog, but you know, just sometimes I wish they had a little bit more money to play with. You know.
Okay. So now, what would you do with that money to have a little bit more? You know what I'm saying, to help the label out?
Spend it on stepping up the videos, stepping up the video promo, stepping up the promo of getting the product out. Getting somebody that could sit with me and do, hey, here's your little campaign, all right? That kind of situation. Where we don't got to, you know, sell our souls, but we got money to play with, where we could, hey, slap a couple people in the face with the music that we're making, you know?
All right. Now, well, with the advent of the internet and it's going crazy now, I mean, let's say if I gave you like $100,000, you know what I'm saying? What would you do to market your project? Because like I said, you've seen everything, you know what I'm saying, from having
Well, that's
people
the thing.
doing it for
That's
you.
the thing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because all these artists that you're seeing,
Yeah.
where everybody says, "Oh, that's the hot artist. This is
Yeah.
the hot artist. That's the hot artist."
Yeah.
All it is that they do have the money. They have a certain product,
Yeah.
a semi-marketable product, but then they have the money backing it up, so they could pay this publicist that's connected to say, "Oh, we're gonna get you the hot review. We're gonna get you the cover of
Okay.
LA Weekly. We're gonna get you the cover of this. We're gonna get you the big feature in this."
Yeah.
Because it's what you do is you have a connected publicist that you pay,
Okay.
and they get you all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Then you hire a connected radio personality that's friends with everybody at the radio stations, and go, "Look, let's start a regional campaign where we at least start small with the record, and then to get it at a level where it's getting played nonstop and brainwashing society,
Yeah.
you need hundreds of thousands of dollars for that campaign,
Yeah.
or millions even sometimes.
Yeah.
But with $100,000, you hire a connected person at radio who will get your records starting regionally in a lot of places and
Yeah.
getting play in a lot of places that wouldn't without that money. And same thing with video promo. You hire a video promotion guy who could, okay, I'm connected.
Yeah.
I could. Well, the blogs. At least when you're an indie artist established, the blogs will pick it up.
Yeah.
The basic blogs. But they might be able to get you on some fancy shit that you couldn't get on your own, where all of a sudden that video that might have got 100,000 views that week gets 300,000 views that
Okay.
week because they put it in a couple places that you didn't know the people at. Oh yeah, we'll do you that favor. That's a good video. That's good for our site. And then all of a sudden, your video's getting 5 million views instead of 500,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now, but then, because my thing is, a lot of people, they may have all these views or what have you, paid for or whatever. What would you do to follow that up? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
after that.
the thing is, if you generate money, look what Tech Nine did.
Yeah.
Tech Nine takes his money and puts it back into his touring and his
Yeah.
merchandise, and the company makes tens of millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
So you take the money that you make and you spend it back on your own shit.
Yeah.
You take that. Okay, we generated 200,000. Let's make some videos. Let's do some more promo. Let's make the tours bigger. Let's So there's a lot of different things you do with it.
Okay.
But I my opinion is, rather than being selfish and it's not selfish, but it's smart sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes invest it back into yourself. Have faith in your product that it'll speak to the people if they get to hear it.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that if Legends Never Die was heard on a big scale and heard by everybody,
Yeah.
that they would think that it was the greatest album of the year
Yeah.
by a lot of people. But what happens is I don't have the corporation to spoon feed it to these brain dead fucking idiots.
Talking about Legend of That, is that a tribute to your pops, the cover?
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Yep.
Yeah,
Legends
well,
Never Die. It's a tribute to, it's got a couple meanings, that one. Yeah. Staff Sergeant John A. Thorburn, rest in peace. Yo, that guy's funny.
That's the song, man.
He's a funny guy. Why is this asshole already still here? We're trying to get 3-6 Mafia here. Fuck. This asshole don't got no fans.
Oh, you got a fan right here.
No, you got a lot of fans.
I'm just saying what was going on through that asshole's mind.
right.
You guys get my sense of humor, though, right?
No, yeah, I feel no, you're good. No.
Yeah.
So kind of talk about, coming up in the scene and just, because I know you got some pushback for some of the stuff you were doing before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you do things too early, you're a little bit ahead of your time.
Yeah.
People don't understand how to accept it.
Yeah.
You can't. If you're too left field, it scares people.
Yeah.
But then once, something gets a little bit more backing behind it,
Yeah.
and fed to the people,
Yeah.
then that's when, okay, what R.A. did was cool because other people did it after that.
Yeah.
Now it's accepted by a bigger circle of people.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I was always a genius, but back when I was doing it, he wasn't a genius. He was a psychopath.
Yeah. When did you feel that, all right, damn, I'm an underground legend? You know what I'm saying? When?
Let me tell you.
I'm
Let me
into-
tell you what's funny is
Yeah.
that after the whole Jive situation and all of that stuff, I went into a deep hole because the industry was different. There was no internets or nothing. So
Yeah.
when you're blackballed from the game and everybody, he lawsuits, sexual harassment charges, banned from buildings, banned from labels, all of that stuff, there's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
If the internet existed in that time, I could have fed off of it.
Yeah.
And had to, got
Have it on YouTube.
But
and
at
all
the
that.
time, if you didn't have the backing from a label, there's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
You can maybe press up vinyl, which I was doing. I press up vinyl, you sell 20, 30,000 of a quick piece of vinyl, you eat off of that.
Yeah.
But that I didn't do right away after the deal. So, you know, all of a sudden I was in a dark place. I was broke. I was all fucked up in the game. And low self-esteem. You go, oh shit, the world hates me. Yeah. So then all of a sudden, you know, 96 comes and people hear the vinyls coming, and all of a sudden like, oh, that's R.A., that's the OG. OG, I'm a fucking loser, what are you talking about? Then all of a sudden I go up to Rawkus and, you know, Mos Def, you know, he's new in the game, and Talib Kweli new in the game, and they, oh, yo, I had your tape and this and that, oh, yo, legend. So I'm up at Rawkus and people call me legend all of a sudden. I said, legend? The fuck did I become a legend? It was in the 90s they called me legend. I go, legend. I guess, oh, underground legend. Then since the late 90s till today, they're, oh, legend, the legendary. I say, I fucking rap. I don't know. fuck. So, I mean it's an honor. I'm glad. It's a cool title, but I guess they, you know what it is. People like the underdog. They like that Rocky Balboa story. So you know, maybe that contributes to, you know, the guy that fought against the system and still prevailed. And oh, legend. You know, I don't know, but yeah, I started first hearing legendary in the late 90s. They started saying that about me, and
it's kind of like when you kind of like went away. You know what I'm saying, like self-imposed hiatus, and then when you kind of started to come back.
Well, it wasn't a self-imposed hiatus. I was hated in the game, man. I mean, my peers, were, you know, all the rappers like me. But nobody who had any kind of power to, you know, lawyers, labels, managers, accountants. I was shut down in the business.
So nobody could get you on a feature. They have you on a feature.
Too. Yeah, like Method Man would call me up like, yo, we need that Clusterfied Dibs. Yo, you need to be on my album. I said, yeah, Meth, send me the. Oh yeah, hell yeah, Dibs, yeah. And then all of a sudden, you know, his A&R step in like, yo, we ain't doing it. What the fuck, you know? So there was tons of situations where the rappers like, yo, that's my favorite rapper. And then, you know, the labels would be like, yo, that guy, fuck that, he ain't, you know? So, and then the labels would go, well, how would that help your career by working with that fucking asshole, you know? And then, you know, Puffy telling Big, like, hey, he's a trashy guy, you know, stuff, you know, I didn't have the best reputation. And then the rumors started spreading that, like, you know, because the sexual harassment charge of Jive, oh, he raped a girl, which never raped. Raped a girl.
You'd be in jail.
Oh, he threw shit on the mix boards, and well, I peed on someone before.
Didn't he like pee out the window? What was it?
I peed on a couple people. That one's real, but the rest of them ain't too real. You know?
Not too real. A little exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? And like but I mean, if it was like the internet age, you know what I'm saying, and a little thing like that happened, it would be like 50 million times worse. You think,
well,
right?
I'm lucky that there wasn't no internet in the days when I was wilding.
Yeah,
because I hear the stories. People tell me the stories.
Yeah.
And I go, oh shit! Now, if there was YouTube footage of all the wild, stupid shit I used to do, I don't know. My mother's alive still. You know, I got little sisters who've been in a little trouble. You know, a couple of my videos.
What is something that you haven't accomplished yet that you would like to accomplish in your music career right now? To the future, so from everything you've learned so far, what are some things you still have to tackle or accomplish?
Well, my goal is to be rocking till I'm 65, so I got a lot more years to go.
All right. And
so I want to be still touring and doing shows and rocking stages heavy. So I got to keep my lungs nice.
Yeah.
So I want to actually be an old ass man, obliterating stages better than, you know, kids when I'm 65. So I'm gonna have my retirement party when I'm 65.
How do you keep the hunger, or I should say the inspiration to keep on writing?
Well, because we're musicians, man. Like you know, rap is it's the stereotype that rap is for kids, you know, because it used to be. Yeah. But rap is music. So when you see guys like Benny King and you know, Solomon Burke, who passed away, he's 70 years old doing these concerts, and no one's like, why do you still have hunger? They only say that to rappers. Yeah. You know, because rappers, they feel like, oh, you got to save it for a 20-year-old kid. It's a competition. If a 15-year-old kid could smack me up, then cool, let him be part of it. You know, it's like why soften the game? You know, just so somebody lesser of a performer can you know,
because of age or something.
Let you know, because there's 20-year-old kids who could obliterate stages and crowds and rock mics. So those are the ones that deserve. You don't just deserve it because you're young, or you don't just deserve to leave because you're older. Look at Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Exactly.
He's 50s, in his 50s.
Stay rocking, Steve.
And KRS-One.
He still sounds crazy.
Yeah.
KRS-One is one of the best stage show performers of all time. He could freestyle, he could battle. He's destroyed careers from I mean, he ripped Melly Mel, he ripped Shan when the Juice Crew was at the top. There's an argument, I don't put him number one, but there's an argument that he is the greatest MC of all time because of all the elements that he can do.
Who are some of the slept on MCs, would you say, from back in the day?
Oh, there's a million slept on. There's a dude called Unique. He had a song called Pure Dynamite, and he was like up to par with the G-Raps and Kane's lyrically, in my opinion.
He was from Long Island?
No, he was Jersey. Jersey has so many. Long Island, I'm a Long Islander, so I go, yeah, Rakim, Chuck D, De La, but Jersey has some roots. I mean, some of the lyricists out of Jersey, some of the greatest ever, the Wise Intelligence and the Tretches and I mean, the list just goes on and on. Right, but this kid Unique was an unbelievable lyricist. Like he had a song called The War Rap. I mean, he's just one out of many. There's so many underrated.
Pitch had a lot of those kind of like.
Well, all of the 45 King, everybody that was down with 45 King could rhyme ridiculous. Chill Rob G's one of the greatest. Latte was unbelievable.
But what was it?
It's rap. It's cool.
No, but what was it
now
about
we're talking
Unique?
about real nerd shit.
No, but what was it about Unique?
You know who's an underrated lyricist and rapper? But he had the one hit record, but he was a great lyricist, was Positive K. Okay. Positive K was unbelievable as a rapper, and people never bring him up because, I got a man, what's my man? But like, if you listen, he has a song called, he had ton of lyrical songs, man, He was a great rapper.
But I think around that time, because I have maybe you can help me out with this, because when people say about the gold, this is my theory right here. All right, the golden era, you know what I'm saying? Because we it's our own fault where hip-hop is, where it's at, you know what I'm saying? We let the major labels and the industry dictate to us what was it. We gave them the control to be like, all right, this is hip-hop, this is not hip-hop, right? So when it first started, they had no clue what to do with it. So it was pretty underground. Then it's like, oh, it's sticking around. We could probably make some money from this because of block parties, there's a lot of people coming out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then they started putting out all these albums with like bands and a whole bunch of different things, like the visuals that have B-boys, graphs, all those other things. And then with a business, you can't make money trying to put everything against the wall and trying to see what sticks. So you have to like narrow it down. So they're like, oh, B-boys, that should just cost money. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. Graffiti, that's a crime. Let's get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Down towards like the MC DJ. And they're like, DJ, not so much. You know what I'm saying? So that whole time when they were kind of figuring out the formula, they were putting anything against the wall. I think that's what we call the golden era, because it seemed more balanced at that time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you agree?
80s was definitely the golden era. And then the 90s was very close, because what happened is you had people who listened to the records and were fans of the golden era. Yeah. So you'd have like a Rifkin who would fall in love with a Wu-Tang Clan, and he'd have the money and the backing. Yeah. And he, where the average label would work a record for 6 weeks, and then if it didn't stick, they go, next one. Yeah. Rifkin would be like, I love Wu-Tang Clan, and he'd work the fucking record for like 18 weeks. Yeah. That was the most underground, grungy sounding record, and he was in Cali, where they had the big Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg mixes. Yeah. He got Wu-Tang Clan to pop in L.A. Yeah. He worked hard for that. Yeah. So there was people in positions that were fans of the golden era that came, and this is hip hop, and they worked their asses off to make legitimate underground hip hop mainstream. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people say, oh, 90s had the golden era type stuff, because then you had primo beats, all over commercial records. Yeah. You had the platinum selling records buying primo beats. Yeah. So there was people working who had balls that came up in the golden era, that loved the music, that were working the records. Yeah. So the 90s were pretty good too. Yeah. 2000s was where it really lost, but then in the 90s there was a lot of whack shit too.
Exactly, because they never knew what would work. You know what I'm saying? It was like a science experiment. You know what I'm saying?
The 1990s started off with Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer. That was the start, and then it ended with the whole, make them go, so it was, but in between that was a lot of good shit,
Because I think that, like I said, they're just trying to figure out the formula as to, all right, this is going to make us more money. You know what I'm saying? It can make us more profits off each song or what have you.
I know you love the conversation, but this man's having a heart attack. They're trying to get us the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, word? I mean, but, All right, so I guess we'll just,
It's your
end it off.
call. I'll stay. I'll talk. We're talking hip hop. I'll talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, did the.
Or we could call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you got shit to do. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again,
bless.
we could talk about this all day.
You got some
Anybody got
fingernails.
anybody got questions for Ari real quick? You know what I'm saying? Anybody?
Oh wow, don't
Nah. Respect 360.
Memphis.
Yeah, you guys put
They
in
got a
work.
lot of history though.
Yeah.
All right, so we're good. All right, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Coming out. Thank you again.
Watch them nails.
Yeah,
man.
no, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
All right.
All right.
All right, Rugged Man, please make some noise for Ari Rugged Man. You know what I'm saying?
Coroner looks serious, man. He's got the sleepy eye and shit. Like he's serious looking dude.
Speaking about the show tonight.
But you guys serious. He looks serious. Is it record? I don't even know what the fuck is going on.